and welcome to Theater Thursday. I'm Morgan.
I'm Noah.
I'm Nandy, and we have
A show
For you.
Join us as we show you theater tips
theater tricks.
And treasures.
And without any further ado,
We present to you
Theater Thursday!
Theater Thursday.
Theater Thursday.
Theater Thursday.
Hello! So I wanted to do a very special interview just for you. Here we have our backstage manager, our chaos coordinator, our master facilitator, and many other fun names and nicknames who've come up for her, Miss Ashleigh. So how many shows have you been a part of here at the Players?
This play will be my fourth one being stage manager for.
So what are some of the pros and cons for being a stage manager?
Well, pros is you get to boss a lot of people around. That's not really a pro. Some of the pros really is just being in with the inside jokes and hanging out with the cast and the crew and having fun. The same as it would be being in the play itself. It's just fun to be a part of it, to watch it go from the very first time that we have a group read through to opening night. It's such a crazy adventure, and it's awesome, and it's so great to be a part of it. Cons are it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of organizing. It's a lot of very detail-oriented organizing, and so that is somewhat stressful at times. Like if a mic pack goes dead or somebody's mic falls on the floor. We had that happen on Saturday's performance. A character went running off stage and his mic pack just fell on the floor and skidded a couple feet. So, there's a lot of things that go on like that where you're like, stop, don't go anywhere, and you gotta fix.
So what are some of the major jobs you do as backstage director?
Okay, so some of my major jobs that I do, I cue people. For this play, everybody's really awesome, and I don't have to do a ton of cueing. But I cue people, I let them know when they're supposed to go on. I make sure that if they have a specific prop for this scene, that they have it. For this particular play, we have a wedding ring or an engagement ring that has to get put on. Morgan has frosting on her face that I have to make sure she applies during intermission. I also have to mic and make sure everybody's unmuted, and at intermission, I have to check and make sure everybody's still unmuted after all the costume changes. I have to make sure that the wanted posters get put, specifically for this play. I have to make sure that the wanted posters get put where they're supposed to be. I also have to make sure that there's five characters, 4 gossips, and then the mom have to get walked around outside to the back, so I have to go with them and do that. There's a couple of different props to keep track of, but there's not too many. And one specific one that I'm always making sure I have is the deputy badge, because Milton runs through this door right here. Oh, it opens like that. I always forget that. It opens like that. And he runs through that door and goes and puts a deputy badge on. And I have to make sure that that deputy badge is sitting on my table in its exact spot at the beginning of each play. I call it resetting the stage. So I take props that at the end of the play, they're in one spot, and I put them back where they need to be for the beginning of the play. That way, all the actors know where they are, and I know where they are, and the director knows where they are. And I also have to cue for curtains, I have to cue lights, and sometimes I have to cue sound. Their sound is usually good most of the time, but sometimes they might need just a, hey, heads up, this is coming, don't forget, type thing.
All right. So what do you think one of the biggest differences between a director and a backstage director is?
Well, the biggest difference for me is I don't get to decide what happens, right? I don't decide what the set looks like. I don't decide what the costumes look like. I don't decide anything that happens on the stage. That is all up to the discretion of the director, really. As stage manager, my job, and I tell my good friend Ashleigh this, my job is to make her vision come true, to make what she wants and what she imagines for her play. I make it happen. So I make sure that everybody's where they need to be and stuff like that. But she ultimately dictates what we do, and it's awesome.
All right. So what is your favorite part about being in the theater? And if you could leave some advice for people who want to be a backstage director, what would you tell them?
So my favorite part about being in the theater is really just the community and the family that it is. Each play becomes its own little family, and we love it when we're in the middle of rehearsals and somebody that has been in a previous play stops by. We love to see everybody, we love to talk to everybody, and it's a lot of fun just hanging out with everybody and getting to know, making new friends. I've made new friends in every play, and it's just been so amazing. But if you want to get involved in the theater, just go to your local theater. Like, they always want people. Like, I used to think that, oh, you had to be like invited or you had to be chosen, or no, just show up. Like, our theater always needs people to help. And if you want to be backstage, just go make friends with the backstage manager. I have a couple of people that I absolutely love working with backstage, and I could not do what I do without them. And for as awesome as I am, or as awesome as I might be, as a stage manager, I wouldn't be anything without my assistants, my people. So it's been awesome, and if you want to get involved, just show up, go be friends with your backstage manager. They will love you, I promise. Like that.
So, if you don't mind, would you show me around your living quarters?
I like the term living quarters. That's actually quite funny. So come with me as I show you. I actually shouldn't be coming from this area because I never come from this area, but that's okay. It's really dark back here. So this is my living quarters. This is where I stand or sit. There's a couple of chairs back here that I sit. It's not super pretty. It's definitely not fancy, but this is my home. This is where I feel the most comfortable at the theater. So we have my desk right here. We have this wanted poster that has been used previously, but we don't really want to throw it away because I just don't like throwing props away. You never know when you're gonna need something.
Exactly.
So anyway, it's kind of ripped, so you can't really hang it again, but we're not throwing it away, so it's just hanging out on my desk. Here's the deputy badge that I was talking about.
You could always have it just in case, and you go put props in costume heaven or prop heaven. That's where they go to die until they're revived.
Exactly. This is a prop, and inside are more props, and that stays on my desk, so we always know where it is. These are our radios. I keep them down here. I have the charger for it over there, and that's awesome. This frosting was for Morgan's face, but we are no longer using this frosting. So
We
this
might
could actually
have
get
to.
thrown out. Oh, really?
Because the frosting keeps melting off my face.
Oh no. Okay, well, I guess we might have to use this frosting, so we're gonna hold on to it then. And then up here, I have, these are props for one specific character. These are the prize flyer giveaways for our end of the show thing the end of the show drawing that we do. These are different wanted posters for a completely different scene than these wanted posters. We needed different wanted posters.
Who made that?
I made these.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Our director's
Yes,
face.
this is our director's face with a mustache and a beard. This one's my favorite. I think this one came out the best. And then this is my script right here that I keep in the 3-ring binder just so I can easily flip. And there's notes and stuff in there. And then these are more backups of this specific wanted poster just so we have plenty for each show. What else is in here? Oh, just more of the wanted posters. So that's all that's right here. We have a fan because it's always 1,000 degrees back here during the show. These are more props for one of our characters. And then these drawers we are really not using right now, but these are all my prop drawers. For bigger productions, I have used every single one of these drawers.
It looks like we still have some props from some of the older productions.
So that's from Enchanted Bookshop Musical. Those are the cat ears for Bomble the Arena the Brave. And then this is a mouse ear from the 3 Blind Mice.
Because we had 4 blind mice, actually.
We did. Gloves from the 3 Blind Mice, and I don't know where these 2 things came from. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think they're the theaters. Up here, we do have, so up here we have a file, which we used for, yes, this is Fagan's lockpick, sorry. This is a backup prop knife.
In case the other one gets broken.
Yes. We have a fingerless glove from...
A single finger.
Are these from Fingers?
Fingers was potentially going to use them, but she never did. And then the Queen of Hearts actually ended up using them.
This is the pirate pirate earring we used for Long John Silver for Enchanted Bookshop. These are 2 rabbit foots because as a backstage manager, you can never have too many props, and it was always nice to have a backup. So our Lucky Rabbit's foot from Enchanted Bookshop, some command hooks for me, and then a locket that we also used as a backup locket when we needed it for Heidi's character.
Yeah.
I believe it was Heidi's.
Props tend to get lost.
They get lost, especially when you have such a big cast. It's hard to keep track of things because people tend to forget they're wearing them or forget they have them, and then they go home. And
or some people like to play with them.
Yes, some people like to go in the drawers and touch them, and that does not make me happy.
Note to self, if you're an actor and you see a prop where it shouldn't be, help out the stage director and put it back, and don't play with it.
Yes, and if you see somebody playing with a prop, specifically if it isn't their prop, tell somebody. You know, let us know. Let us help them, which will help you. Because every production is better when everybody does their part. So it's really nice to not have people take things off your desk.
And nobody's handing over invisible rabbit feet.
No, they're not. So in this drawer, we just have some paintbrushes from painting the stage. That drawer is empty. Oh, this is my favorite drawer. This is what I call, and I think I labeled it actually. I did. Stage manager drawer, keep out.
Oh.
This drawer is labeled. So this is my drawer with my super special things in it. So this is what we call gaff tape. It was gifted to me by Mr. Ryan. And what it is it's special stage tape, and it helps guide actors and actresses where they need to go on stage. It helps with everything. You can use it for putting it on the poles so they don't walk into the poles. You can use it to make arrows on the floor so that actors and actresses know which way to exit and enter the stage from. You can put it on doors. You can put it on everything, and it glows slightly in the dark, but not like fluorescent glows. It just provides a nice little background, or a nice little flare of light. That's not really the right word, but it's really awesome. I love it. And I use it for everything. I use it specifically for spiking the stage. Here, come with me. I forgot to tell you guys about this. So, spiking the stage is when we take a prop item, for example, these benches, and we put the gaff tape on the back. You can see I use yellow for this. And I put one on each end, and then we know exactly where this bench goes because you just line it up. And that is called spiking the set. So I do that with everything. Right now we just have the benches out on the stage that need to be spiked. But anyway, that's what I use the gaff tape for. So we can cut that.
Learning something new.
And then, what else do I have here? Oh, masking tape, because you just always need masking tape. Velcro strips for fixing costumes. My safety pins were in here, but now they're in the dressing room because they are needed in the dressing room.
We did have a wardrobe malfunction.
Yes, bobby pins, because once again, you never know. I like to be prepared.
Fingers always had hair malfunctions.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Fingers, and then another character had to use them for a lock. Oh, no, Pollyanna had to pull one out of her
Pollyanna
hair.
had to pull one out.
So she was always, Savvy's awesome, and she's usually really good about remembering, but I had them
just in case.
And then, this. Box of staples for the staple gun. You never know when you're going to need your staple gun. My staple gun isn't in here because children like to touch things. So
it's somewhere around here.
Yes, it is. This is my tape that I use for miking. It's not the best, it's not transparent, but it'll do in a pinch to tape a microphone to an ear. And then black thread, because you never know. So I also have some gears and pulleys in here. That's just random bits that we're trying to keep track of where things are, so they just go in there.
All right.
So that's really the majority of stuff. But yeah, so this is my hangout spot. Mr. Craig built me this wonderful light. It's awesome. Turns on and off right here. But yeah, so this has been fun times with your stage manager.
Thank you so much, Miss Ashleigh.
You're welcome, Morgan. Have fun.
Happy Theater Thursday.
Happy Theater Thursday.